Hey teachers, I wanted to jump on quick and show you this cool little tool that I use that works really well for communicating during online lessons. So, here it is. I bought this at the Target dollar spot, I think at the beginning of the school year, and immediately, the first thing that's appealing about it is that I only have two hands, so my ability to hold up lots of cards and things without my magnetic board is limited. So this is nice because I can put it right in front of the camera. I could even prepare it ahead of the lesson with some things if I wanted to, because I have two of them. The other thing I really like are the different colors. So students can communicate, tell me which card might answer my question or whatever by telling me what color. So I'll show you a couple of different ways I use this. But if you don't have, I'm assuming most of you probably don't have these, is the reason I also got this is because I figured I could make some more if I wanted to. Of course, I haven't gotten around to that yet. But clothespins, these are just clothespins glued on a board. So if you have some sort of board or something that can stand in as a board, and clothespins, you could easily make one of these. Now, if you don't have a way, you could even just color regular clothespins with markers and make them different colors. If you don't have that, or if you're working with students who are colorblind, that occurred to me as I'm talking about all of this color stuff. I actually know people who are colorblind, so I'm assuming it's possible to have a student who's colorblind. What you could do is take stickers. So I'm just going to give you a couple examples here, but you could put a dog and maybe this very grumpy frog. And then I happen to have a dinosaur. So you could put, a different animal or some sort of different sticker. So if you have a student who really is colorblind, or if you don't have clothespins that are colorful, your student can communicate with you through these animal names. Now, let me show you how I do this. One thing that I did today with a student, we were clapping and counting a new rhythm. And it was the quarter, half note quarter. So we clapped it back and forth. We did call and response. That's another thing actually I do a lot of call and response with rhythm. I can't do the rhythm with them, but call and response actually really develops their independence. So I'll just kind of toss that out there. I tended to do less call and response when I was in-person lessons. I tended to do more with them because I was there. So call and response, they learn to listen quickly. So what I did for this particular student, give me just a second here, getting this all set up. So you could set this up before lesson, so you're not taking lesson time. But I had these choice of note values, and so we clapped the rhythm, call and response style, to each other. And then I wanted her to be able to notate the rhythm without actually writing it down. So this, actually I should clarify, this is a student that normally comes to me in person and is not anymore. And she only has a phone that she can use for lessons. So the phone is sitting right at the edge of the piano on the keyboard, and so I'm not able to see her book or anything like that, or anything that she's writing. So we try to do things that don't involve me having to see her music. So we clapped the quarter, half note, quarter rhythm back and forth, and then I held this up and I asked her to pick the notes that we did. Now, this is a very beginning student, so she may have forgotten that that is a quarter note. So instead of having to try to remember this note name and say, oh, it was a quarter note, and accidentally mix it up, so I think she's thinking the wrong thing, she can just say, oh, that one that's in the orange clothespin. And then I can just pull that off. Or the one with the dog, that one. So if she doesn't remember that it's a quarter note, she can still, he or she, in this case she for my student, can communicate to me that this is the first note of the rhythm. Okay, so then I would ask her, what was the second one? And if she wasn't sure, we could do call and response again. And she chose that one. And then the last one, of course, she could say, oh, the turquoise one. And then what you could do, once you have those cards, you could write that rhythm on a big dry erase. You could write it on a small handheld dry erase, which You could write it on here. So what I did is I actually wrote the rhythm out on here, and then I had her find it in her music and circle those measures. So it was really clear to me then that she understood. So once she got to her music, she knew what she was looking for. And then we, of course, played the piece. So that's a great way to use this. You could also use this with flashcards. And again, you could easily set this up ahead of time if you wanted to. I'm just going to try, I'm just going to go ahead and clip in a few notes here like this. So again, if you put this up, you could say, tell me which note is bass F. And they could say, oh, the dog, or the orange one. Okay? Because of course they can't point. They can't point, I mean they can point from their screen, but you won't know what they're pointing to. So again, this is just a really great tool for exact communication. So if you're feeling crafty and all this free time, have some clothespins, markers, stickers. This might be a really great way to sort of communicate with any sort of flashcard or card item that you have. So I just thought I would toss that out there in case it's helpful. Have a great day. Bye.